Konnichiwa Mina. Hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite format in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. And that is speed duel format. Sorry guys, speed duel format. Yeah, that's the format that I play. I know speed duels came out in 2019. And I've been a fan ever since. So I've been playing since 2019 and I really do enjoy it. And I think people should get into speed duels too, because I'm not a huge fan of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I stopped playing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! When the pendulum mechanic came out. So when pendulums first started, that's when I officially quit. And then when speed duels became a thing, and then I hopped on to speed duels. I'm just not really a huge fan of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Because, and I think most people are gonna agree with me, is that I am a old school Yu-Gi-Oh! Player. I'm always a fan of old school. I love the old school cards, stuff that I grew up with as a kid. I will always be a Yu-Gi boomer, definitely for sure. Um, and just modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just not like that anymore, and it's super sad. Because modern Yu-Gi-Oh is just so complicated now, and the whole Catch-A-Tira deck that basically just locks up your zones, that's insane. And I thought Ojamas was insane. I'm like, nah, I'd rather take Ojamas than Catch-Tira. Thank God we don't have that in speed duels. And then the whole Mystic Mind card, and I'm like, that card is broken, and thank God they finally banned that freaking card. Like, it's about time, Konami. Um, so I was like, yeah, that's one of the reasons why I play speed duels. But yeah, I'm just not like a huge fan of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I just don't find it fun. That's one of the reasons why I'm so glad Konami is introducing different formats that you can play. Because Konami, for the longest time, only had one format that you can play. You either played Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you did not play Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. That was Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day. And that's why I'd say Yu-Gi-Oh! Is definitely better than before, and here's why I say that. Because we have multiple formats now that we can play. There's speed duels, there's rush duels, even though that's a Japanese only thing, but still, that's still a format. You have modern Yu-Gi-Oh! You have Edison format. You have Goat format. There's just so many. I think there's a Deck Masters format. But yeah, there's just so many different formats that you can play in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. So kind of like Magic. So that's one of the coolest things about Magic is that if you're sick and tired of one format, you can always go to another format. So let's just say if you're sick of Standard, you can play Commander, you can play Modern, you can play Legacy, you can play Oathbreaker, you can play Pauper, Vintage. There's so many other formats that you can play in Magic, and that's why I'm so glad that Yu-Gi-Oh is finally going on that train. And so when I hear people say, "Oh, they're sick and tired of modern Yu-Gi-Oh is too expensive. I just don't like it." Well, try another format. Try another format, guys. It's like that. That's what I did. You know, it's like I don't care for modern Yu-Gi-Oh either. I completely 100% agree with you. I don't like modern Yu-Gi-Oh. What do? I don't play modern Yu-Gi-Oh. I play a format that I enjoy. I play a format that I like, which me personally, it's speed duels. So that's what I would tell people. It's like if you're sick of one format in Yu-Gi-Oh, try another format. You know what I mean? And don't let anybody else or your friends steer you from going into a format that makes you happy. Because, don't just build decks for formats that you're not happy with a format. To me, I think that's a waste of money. It's like when you build a deck, don't you want to build a deck for a format that you like? you know? It's like, that's what I would tell people, is that if you don't like a format, try another format, and don't let your friends or your family or anybody else steer you from that. That's what I would always tell people. So I guess the main part of this video is going to be, why should you get into speed duels? Well, if you're a Yugi boomer like me, I think you should definitely get into speed duels because we don't have links, we don't have XYZ summoning, we don't have synchros, we don't have tuner monsters, we don't. Well, we do have hand traps, but like the only hand trap that we have is Spear Karibo. That's like the only hand trap that you may have to deal with, and not all decks play Spear Karibo, which is what I like compared to modern Yu-Gi-Oh, because in modern Yu-Gi-Oh you have to play like 3 Ash Blossom, and Ash Blossom is a very expensive card, and you need 3 of it. And unlike speed duels, like, we don't have Ash Blossom, and Spear Karibo is not a lot of money, and you don't have to play Spear Karibo to be good in your tournament scene and things like that. You like, that card is not necessary. So that's one perk. Number 2, it's cheaper. Speed duels is cheaper than modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is very expensive. Very expensive. Speed duels is not. You know what I mean? Now, are there like a couple cards like in speed duels that cost a lot of money? Sure. But it's only maybe like a handful of cards. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, they have way more. So that's one thing. And number 3, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna number them. These are just points. So yeah. So like, another thing I love about speed duels is because I love how the board is very, very simple. You know what I mean? It's like modern Yu-Gi-Oh looks like a freaking spider web. Like it's not what I'm used to. Because it's like, because with speed duels, you have your 3 monster card zones, you have your 3 spell and trap card zones, you have your GY, your deck, your field spell zone, and your extra deck zone, which used to be called the fusion deck back in the day, if you guys remember that. But with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you have your 5 monster card zones, your 5 spell and trap card zones, you have your pendulum zones, which is a combination of spells and traps, and so it's in the spell and trap area, and then you have your extra monster card zone, so it looks like a big like hexagon to me, and it's just so like confusing to me, and that's why I like speed duels more. And I like how chains are not as complicated in speed duels as it is with modern Yu-Gi-Oh. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh chains are complicated. Like, they're so complicated, I can't even follow them. They're just so hard to keep track with. And with speed duels, with the smaller card pool, the smaller field, the smaller hand size, it's easier to keep track of your chains, which is cool. And another thing that I love about speed duels is that vanilla monsters are actually good. Like, in some decks, there are skill cards out there, because yes, like in speed duel format, we do have skill cards. There are skill cards out there that allow you to have a certain vanilla monster. Like, for example, I think Rex, like one of the Rex Raptors skill card allows you to have Serpent Knight Dragon. Or one of Yugi's skills, like, allows you to have Gaia the Fierce Knight. Or I think it's Mego Tsunami. One of his skill cards allow you to have like a certain vanilla monster on the board too, like Ryu something, I can't remember. But yeah, vanilla monsters are actually worth it, like in some decks. You know what I mean? You can build an all vanilla monster deck, and then fit in some spells, because I think White Elephant's Gift gives you the benefit of having vanilla monsters. But with regular Yu-Gi-Oh, nobody plays vanilla monsters. Nobody. Which is sad, because I love vanilla monsters. And they really don't play traps that much either in regular Yu-Gi-Oh. I guess it depends on the format, but trap cards are not really used in regular Yu-Gi-Oh, but in speed duels, trap cards are still viable, like Dust Tornado, um, and there's lots of other ones. Which is why I love speed duels more because I love playing trap cards, like and vanilla monsters as well. Um, yeah. So yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoy like this discussion about Yu-Gi-Oh, like and stuff like that, and why you should get into speed duel format because speed duel format is definitely a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, and especially if you're a Yugi boomer like me, and you're a huge fan of the old school Yu-Gi-Oh, which I am too. Definitely give speed duels a shot. Definitely for sure. Um, yeah, it's just a really awesome format. Like it's like I think the downside I guess for speed duels is that I wish we had more product because we only get product I think like twice a year. Um, but that's the only downfall I have with it. But other than that, I really do enjoy this format. Like very much. Super fun. I really enjoy it. I'm so I'm so glad that I quit modern Yu-Gi-Oh when I did because yeah, speed duels all the way. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Definitely, um, please give a like, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think about the Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. It's like are you a fan of speed duels? Do you hate it? Do you like modern Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you not like modern Yu-Gi-Oh? I would love to hear your opinion because yeah. We should all enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh together regardless of how you play. So yeah, guys. I will see y'all next time. Matane.